So you can come into a savasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Begin to slow down your breath. Letting go of any excess effort or tension that you may have been carrying. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out really long through your arms and legs like a big yawn. And then interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, and flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. Check that your shoulders are dropped, your chin is dropped, so the back of your neck is still long. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times. Both directions, nice big circles. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And then release, bend your knee and bring it all the way across for a spinal twist. Open out through the right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And you may want to use your own hands on your body for a little self-massage, bringing awareness through touch if that feels good for you. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, letting your fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in, and then straighten this leg up towards the ceiling, just going to your hamstring stretch. Flex and point your foot. Circle your ankle, a couple big circles, getting out all the clicks. Bend your knee back in, open it out to the left, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, holding where it makes sense for you. What are you feeling here? Let's release, bend the knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee. Might explore with touch, with movement. What helps you stay interested in what you are doing? Staying in your twist, try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, another little circle or rock with the knees. And then drop your feet to the floor. We'll get set up for some core work. Draw the belly in, press the lower back down from the inside. Interlace your fingers behind your head and exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one. Now bring your right knee in and take your left elbow across. Stretch the right leg really long and then bring it back in again. And keep going on this side. Keep the belly drawing in strongly. Knee in. Reach it out. Knee in. Reach it out. One more. And then switch. Let's bring the left knee in, right elbow across. Stretch it out long. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. In. And long. One more. Release. Take both legs up in the air. Outwardly rotate the legs. Bring one leg in front of the other and then switch back and forth quickly as you slowly lower your legs towards the floor. When it gets difficult to keep the lower back on the floor, head back up. Slowly lower and lift. Quick little switches, as quick as you can. Really straight, strong, active legs. But can you relax your jaw? Can you relax the muscles around your eyes? Let's lower and lift one last time. And then release. Bring your knees in. Again, a little circle or rock. And make your way up to sitting. Let's come all the way forward into a high push-up position. You can set your hands near the front of the mat, step the feet back, really spread your fingers, hands flat and active, strong core supporting you from the underside. And then shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend. And this could be as low or high as you like, little baby cobra. Or you might come up a bit higher, see how this feels right now. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Take the time you need for all your transitions. Here you could pedal out your feet a little bit. You might shift your hips side to side. As you settle into the pose, consciously attend to all the details, everything you've learned so far. And then release. Drop your knees, sink back to child's pose, hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime, whether I'm suggesting it or really any time, and you might rest in this shape or a different one. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through the right hip, stretching right side a bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Let's come back to center. We'll lift up through table, come back through down dog, and then walk your hands and feet towards one another, and let's hang in ragdoll. You're welcome to use support through your arms if you want to rest elbows on thighs or hands on blocks or ankles. You could also just let your arms hang or link your elbows. What is there to release here? Bend your knees a little more. Slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Let's step up to the front of the mat and come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Slow, steady breath. And let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths. You might stay in down dog, but you could also come back to child's pose or sitting or any other neutral shape. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up to the ceiling, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee. You're welcome to do this from hands and knees if that would work better, or from your forearms. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a bit higher, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Take a big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. Let's grab the left wrist and take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist, take it over. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Hips low, chest high. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Square off your hips. Let your head hang. Stretch that left leg as straight and long and high as you can. But keep looking for ease. What is there to release? Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Sink low. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor or blocks if you have them, pyramid pose. We're going to straighten the front leg part way or all the way. You may want to adjust the distance between your feet. If it's difficult to reach the floor, come up as high as you need to on your blocks or whatever you have handy. If you don't have something handy but need it, you can use your hands on your shin. Just make sure you're not locking the right leg. Go towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. Let's release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. You might just step back. Each transition you get to choose how you move. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. And then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Let's grab the wrist, take it over, side bend. Same thing other side, grab the left wrist. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Maybe the other thumb on top this time. Open up the heart. Hips low. Tailbone dropping so you're not overarching the lower back. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. Feel free to use props. Feel free to bend the supporting leg. But try and have that top leg really straight, really long, really high. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Feeling where you are. Tending to the details, whatever you know, whatever you're able to do. Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor or blocks, pyramid pose. We're going to straighten the left leg, part way or all the way. Feel free to adjust the distance between your feet. Go in the directions you know to go in, meet your edge wherever you meet it, and breathe here, wherever that is for you. Last breath. Let's release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. And then settle into down dog or child's pose or sitting or any other neutral shape, more important than the shape. Come back to breath, come back to just being here, doing this. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Feel how your weight is distributed in your feet. Can you even it out between toes and heels? Drop the hips low, but lift high through the head. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, shift forward and find your balance. You're welcome to modify or adjust this however you need to. You choose your arm position. Supporting leg can be bent or straight. You can choose the angle of your upper body. Just keep the upper body connected to that left leg. Last breath here. Step back, warrior 1, just one breath. Release through your movement transition, whatever that is. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Square off your hips. Reach long from your head to your right foot. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior 1. Release. Make your way to a good rest, whatever shape you're choosing for that. If it's useful, close your eyes, tuning back inward. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. From here, rise up to standing and bring your left knee to your chest. Find your balance here. Right arm can be out to the side or at the hip. You can stay holding the knee or grab your big toe with the first 2 finger and thumb, maybe extending part way or all the way straight. Do try and keep your hips and chest square to your front. Left leg straight in front of the left hip. Nice long spine. Breath deep. then open your left leg out to the left, just at a slight angle. Still hips are square to the front. Bring the left leg back to the front and we'll set up for a twist. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Roll open through the left shoulder, extend back through the left arm. Maybe even looking back. And then gaze forward, release with the front hand. Let's catch with the back hand. King Dancer, Tadasana. Last balance on this side. Kick your foot into your hand. Might tip forward a little, but more than anything, go up. And then release, step back, high lunge. Catch your breath, slow things down. Make your way to down dog. However you get there, you might just step back. You could take a vinyasa. You might move in some other way. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. From here, rise up to standing. Bring your right knee to your chest. Find your balance. Left arm can be out or at the hip. Can stay holding the knee or grab the big toe with the first 2 finger and thumb. You're just going to your edge. Doesn't need to look or feel or be any different than it is for you. Let's open it out to the right, just at a slight angle. Whether you're holding your knee or your toe, whether the leg is bent or straight. Bring it back to the front and then set up for a twist. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Whether you're holding the knee or your foot, you could be partly straight. So if you're holding the knee and you want a little more, kick through your heel. If you're holding the foot and it's too much, bend your knee. Last breath here. Release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, King Dancer, Tadasana. One more breath here. Step back, high lunge. Find your way to a good rest, whether that's through a vinyasa or just stepping back. Might rest in down dog, child's pose, or any other neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. We're going to send the right leg up and step forward, low lunge. So you can drop the back knee. If you want to pad it, you could roll up the side of your mat, or if you do have a blanket or cushion and want to use that, go ahead and put a little something under your knee if you like. And you may want to grab blocks or something for your hands. Let's bring the upper body up and set up for a twist here. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest by opening through the top shoulder. If you would rather do this as a high lunge, you could also extend the back leg straight. And if there's a different arm position you'd prefer, you could extend the arms or bind. Last breath here. Let's release, hands back to the floor or blocks. Drop the back knee if it was up. Come to a hamstring stretch. Hips back, inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. Try and have your hands right under your shoulders as high as you need them. If you want to slide further forward towards splits, that's also an option. Finding your edge where it is right now. If you did slide forward, slide back, and let's release coming into lizard. Bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and then shift your weight forward. You might come down to your elbows, either on blocks or the floor. And you might want to shift your weight more one way or the other, or scoot your hips forward or back. If you do want to add a quad stretch to this, that's also an option. You can bend the back leg and reach back for it. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it and don't worry about it. And then let's release and make our way to down dog, however you get there. Might be through a vinyasa, could be some other movement transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, step forward, low lunge, drop the back knee. If you want to adjust the distance between your legs, you can. Start setting up for your twist, whatever you did on the first side. So if you took a prayer twist, do that again. If you did a high lunge, do that again. Something similar, and then feel what it's like here. How's your breath? How's the quality of your attention? Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor or blocks or some kind of props. Come back for a hamstring stretch. And you get to choose how you do each of these poses. As you're going in the directions you know to go in, meeting your edge where you meet it. And you're welcome to go deeper or back out at any moment, so you stay at your edge. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, and then find your way to lizard. What do you notice here? It is quite possible to just go through the motions in this practice and completely check out. So we want to keep inviting ourselves back. What am I feeling? So much more benefit when we're paying attention. If you did add a quad stretch, you might add that again. And it's very easy to slip into old patterns, old habits. So you may know it's a good idea to drop your shoulders away from your ears, but if the habit is to have them up, then check in on that often. and all the other habit patterns you may be working on. Let's release. Make your way back to a good rest, letting go. It could be down dog, child's pose, any neutral shape. Let's come back through down dog and into a pigeon pose, right side. Slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go here, and maybe some support is useful. Feel free to put a prop under your hips or your chest or your forehead, or you could rest your forehead on your hands. Can you keep relaxing into where you are? Some of these poses have a lot of sensation. Sometimes there's uncertainty. Can we release here, no matter what? Let's bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your hip, move it out of your way so that you can lean to the right. Slide the left knee forward and then shift over onto the left hip and send the right leg back. And if that didn't get you into pigeon, find your way there. You may need to tuck the back toes or adjust the angle of your front leg. Feel free to use props. Find the upper body position that allows you to release neck, shoulders, face. Letting go here. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your left hip, move it out of your way so you can lean to the left. This time, bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee, setting up for a seated spinal twist. This could also be done with the bottom leg straight. Feel free to choose that option if it works better for you. Right hand to the floor behind you. Left arm either hugs the knee or hooks to the outside of the knee. Each inhale, sit tall. Each exhale, rotate more. Look back over the right shoulder. One more breath here. Release, unwind, and switch. Bottom leg straight or bent. Left foot to the outside of the right knee. Left hand to the floor behind you. Right arm hugs or hooks. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate. Last breath here. Let's release, unwind. And I'm going to invite us to come into a supported fish. For this, we'll need some props, and you can choose how you want to do this. Also, we're moving towards the end of class, so if there's something else you'd rather do, feel free to do that. For supported fish, you can lie over something very small or soft, or something big or hard. You can choose the intensity level you like. So for something less intense, could be just a little bit of a rolled up blanket or cushion or rolled up yoga mat. And you're going to place this thing pretty high up the upper back, just low enough so the shoulders fall off the end of it. Depending on how high this thing is, you may want something else supporting your head. So the chin isn't pointing up in the air, but instead dropped and the back of the neck is long. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. If you like more intensity, you might do this over something harder or higher. I like to do it over blocks. So try something, see how it feels. If it's not quite working, try something else. This is a wonderful pose, and if you're new to it, it can take some finagling. How does this work? Works differently for different bodies, but with practice, you can probably find something that works for you. If there's any gripping in the lower back, try tucking your tail more or doing this with knees bent and feet on the floor. Eventually settling into stillness. I love this pose because it gives a lot of the same benefits as deep back bends like bridge or wheel or camel, but without all the effort. The main job here is letting go. So we are moving towards the end of class. This is a really good time to do exactly what you feel like doing. So if you are enjoying where you are and want to stay longer, go ahead and do that. If you're ready to release out of this, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace fingers behind your head. Lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off your props, and then lean to one elbow to move your things out of your way. When you come down, just feel the effect of where you were, feel how it is now. I'll suggest a supported bridge next, so placing a block or bolster or foam roller or a couple books with a towel over it under the sacrum, which is a bit lower than the lower back. You could do anything else. If there's something else you'd prefer, please Listen to your body, your needs. If you're joining me for supported bridge, once your hips are in place, let go. This is a very gentle inversion. The hips are higher than the heart. There are many other variations from here which you are welcome to explore. One that I like is a hip flexor stretch by bringing one knee in and straightening the other leg, letting that straight leg hang, opening the front of the hip. If you are doing something asymmetrical, switch when you like. More important than what you've chosen to do is that you are feeling what you are doing, listening to your body. If you're doing something asymmetrical and you're on the second side, come back to neutral when it feels right for you. So that could be both feet back to the floor, could be both legs up or knees in. We are winding down this practice, and you can do that in any way you like. So if there were no right or wrong, if there was nothing you should or shouldn't do, what would you do now? You can stay on your props as long as you like. You can move them out of the way when you like. If you want to finish with any other last pose or stretch or self-massage, take your time winding things down. Whenever you feel complete, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, which may be adjusting clothing or grabbing props or self-massage. Eventually, settling into stillness and letting go completely, letting go of the control of your breath. Letting go of the weight of your body. slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You can let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today.